Hey everybody, welcome back to Daytime. The ladies behind Hot Yoga Aurora are back. Melissa Williams, she's the studio owner and yoga instructor, as well as Naz Karim, who is a yoga instructor. Welcome back to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
A pleasure to have you here, especially this time of season, because we all know with the holidays comes stress, bad eating, and a whole lot of other things.
Yes.
No sleeping.
No sleeping. It's a rotten ride sometimes, but a good ride. We should point out, though, that yoga is not only a great way to detox, but also de-stress. Do you find people sort of come to you towards the end of the year or beginning of New Year to sort of get themselves back in line?
As soon as Christmas time comes, it starts getting really, really busy. People are looking to de-stress because, as you know, it's such a busy time of the year that people need to take some time out for themselves. So just decluttering the mind, de-stressing, detoxing, and the stress that we face this time of the year does create a lot of toxins in the body. So yeah.
Is the stress, and I'll ask Naz this question, is the stress physical stress or is it mental stress or totally it could be a combination?
I think it's definitely a combination.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, the busyness of the Christmas period, right?
Right.
Emotionally as well. People are just stressed out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in the new year, you see people coming back in droves because of New Year's resolutions.
Right,
so
right.
The studio is very busy.
Good for business,
Yeah.
but
Good for people as well, but can I ask you something? Because, I mean, we are so busy, not just on the holidays, just regularly we're busy. How important is it to sort of take that just 1 hour of the day or whatever you're doing for the yoga and just give yourself that time to just sort of decompress?
Oh, it's critical. You know, everything that we do this time of the year is so stress related. So just taking that little bit of time, coming and doing a yoga class will make a world of a difference to how you can spend your time with your family, you know, without being grouchy and grumpy and, you know, all stressed out. So very, very important. We need to spend time, and not only the Christmas time, you know, most times, and just allowing it to become a habit.
And I think we've heard people maybe have difficulty getting to the studio just because they're so busy, but as soon as they've done the class, they're like, I'm so glad I made time to be here.
Totally.
oh, that's great. And then you're almost a better person when you leave.
Oh yes.
Right? You're a
You're
better
leaving with a smile.
wife or mother or
yes.
friend.
Yes.
You have
yes.
patience all of a
You have
sudden.
patience. Yes.
You're smiling. So we're
Exactly.
going to see some yoga moves.
Right.
Your yoga at Hot Yoga Aurora is obviously in a heated room,
It
right?
is, yes,
Okay.
110 degrees Fahrenheit. So that helps warm the muscles up, it helps de-stress and help people get into where they need to be a little quicker.
Before you do this, should people sort of work their way up to doing a hot yoga session, or can someone just right off the street walk in and do that?
Oh, anybody can walk
Right off
in
the
and do
street.
it, absolutely.
Just make sure you start with a level that's appropriate. Don't
Yes.
go to the advanced
No,
hot
no,
yoga.
you're
Yes.
not going to be doing a
You'll
headstand.
faint. Yes.
No.
And to keep hydrated.
Hydrated,
okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, ladies, so show us one of the moves.
Okay,
that
so we're going to do one sun salutation, and that just gets the body warmed up, and then we're going to go through a couple of twists and a hip opener. So a lot of our stress, negative emotions, deeper emotions are stored in the hips, in the shoulders as well. So we'll work through a little bit of that as well. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so we'll start right at the top of the mat, and this is something that can be done at home as well, anytime. So moving through a sun salutation, you're going to inhale the arms up, reach up nice and high, so you engage a lot of length, move into a back bend, reach back, bring your palms together, and as you exhale, swan dive, lengthen, fold. So as you fold,
flexible.
It doesn't look like that when I do it.
so as you fold, you think about creating a lot of length through the spine, right? Nice stretch through the hamstrings. You're going to inhale. Breath is so important. You're going to come to a half back, so you take the shoulders back. You're going to exhale and fold a little deeper. And when you're ready, you're going to step the right leg back into a lunge, followed by the left, come straight into your plank. So plank is a bit more of a strengthening pose, and this as well in yoga, we need to build a lot of core strength. You're going to tuck the elbows in, and you're going to lower all the way down to the mat. You're going to push up, and you're going to come into a nice back bend, which is known as cobra, so Bhujangasana, right? So you take the shoulders back, lower back down, curl the toes under, push straight up to plank. Push back, come back into a downward facing dog, which I'm sure you've heard of. So this is really excellent in getting people energized if you're doing it at home, coming into a downward facing dog.
Naz is showing a perfect...
bend like that?
She's almost bending back. How, can you explain that? It's like a hyper...
With a bit of practice, with anything, you know, you do tend to get into this. So she doesn't hyperextend, but you just want to create a lot of opening through the shoulders, right? And a downward facing dog engages most of the major muscles in the body, right? So we're going to take the right leg up towards the ceiling, planting it right in between the hands. Very nice. And we're going to twist over to the left, coming into Prasarita Padottanasana, so a forward fold. So you can come all the way over. So in this one here, we move into a twist, and the twisting is allowing us to detox. So as we come into a twist, you allow the organs to be massaged, and just taking time. So the breath is important. You close the eyes, you focus on the texture of the breath. And again, as long as you can stay in a pose, the more benefits that you get from it. And then we're going to move to the other side.
So really, every single move, there is a reason you're doing it.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
one part or all parts of your body are
Exactly.
benefiting.
Like, for example, in a pose like this, you're hugging the feet together. So you're not just being passive in it. You want to make sure that you hug the feet together and you really engage. So you draw in towards your center line, and then you can bring your hand down, coming to lunge.
What I notice, Melissa, is when I do yoga, I can feel it for 3 days after, in a good way. Like my back is so much more open, if you will, or loose.
Yes. So again, anytime you do practice yoga with tight hamstrings, for example, you may find that you get lower back issues.
Right.
So doing poses such as the lunge, as the Prasarita Padottanasana that we did, that opens and lengthens up the hamstrings, which opens up through the lower back, mid-back. So people suffering with shoulder issues, stress through the neck and, upper back area, a lot of the times it moves right down through the body. So we need to work. Yeah. And that's why you'll probably feel a little bit of good soreness when you've done your yoga class, but over the long term, you create a lot of length and elongation in the body.
For sure.
And when it comes to us, most of us work, at an office desk.
Exactly.
For 8 to 9 hours a day, and you feel yourself.
Exactly. You're all hunched over, right? So
your shoulders come up.
Yes, so when we do yoga poses, for example, coming into a lunge, so you can bring that left hand up, Naz. So coming into an opener, this is a heart opener, right? So we think about, and especially in the Western world, we are closed up, we're more closed in. So we want to think about really releasing this. And some people don't like this. Some people don't like back bends, for example. So they need to be able to open up into something like this, twisting, opening up the heart.
And you can do it on both sides.
Men as well, too, right? Our hips are the worst. Like, men's hips are always so closed in.
Exactly. So we'll move into a pigeon now. So this is excellent for the hips. So coming into this. Yes.
Pigeon pose. This is my
I love the name.
favorite and worst.
Yes. So,
This is great. So basically, people can come during the holidays and come have a class, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Come and try out the first class.
And they'll leave feeling absolutely
almost like
de-stressed.
they always have this music in their head.
Yes, exactly.
Which
That's
is a good
how
thing in the
make
beginning.
You feel.
Yes.
Hot Yoga Aurora, it's such a great place, a little hidden gem here in York region. So visit the website hotyogaAurora.com. We'll be right back.